This is the Bad Bank app that I created for MIT xPRO's Web Development Bootcamp. This is the landing module, or the landing page, I guess, and it has just a little card here, an image of the bank, and then some short information about how to use the website. So the first place you want to go to is to create an account, and you can do that by, well, actually here I'll show you. So at the moment, the all data page, which shows all the users that are in the database or in the application, right now it's only got one, it just has me. So if I go in here and create a new one, I can say this person, and then give them a terrible password. They create the account, it gives you the success message. You can go ahead and create another one if you want, but if you go over to all data, you can see that that account was added to the list of users. Now, at the moment, if you look at all data, you can see that there's no user logged in. And if you go to deposits or withdrawal, you'll see that it says user is not logged in, so it won't display a balance. And also the buttons are disabled, so you can't actually do a withdrawal. If you go over here and log in, so if I go ahead and put in my email and then my super secret password, logs in, and if you go back to all data, you can see that I am now logged in as Dylan. I can go ahead and do a deposit. I have a balance of 100, so if I click up like this, it'll deposit 3. I can make another deposit. If I put a negative number in here and click off, it gives me a little error code. If I put it like 0 is still considered. If I get rid of the number, then it says you must enter a number. And if I try to put in some fake character like E, which lets you do E, it won't even let you put that in there. So, and then if I go over to withdrawal, I can do the same thing. I can go ahead and take out $5, and then I can make another withdrawal. You see that it's now 98. If I do a negative number, it will give me an error. And then if I try to, let's say if I try to take out $98, I can go ahead and do that if I want to have 0. If I try to take out 99, it says I have insufficient funds. So, and then it'll also gray out the button so you can't actually make the withdrawal. So if I go ahead and do that much, then I hit 95, 94, hit withdrawal. I can go ahead and make another if I want. I now have $4 there. So if you go over here, you can see that I have $4 balance. Nancy still has a $100 balance. And if we want, we could go ahead and log into Nancy's account. So Nancy Vernon at Outlook, and then oh, sorry, no, it's not that. It's email at email.com, and then I'm going to go ahead and put in super secret password, and then if you go back here, it says logged in as Nancy, and then you go to deposit, it'll show 100, and you can go ahead and change your deposit, change your balance by adding more money, go over withdrawal, and go ahead and remove money. So I think that's pretty much everything for the functionality of the web application. As to challenges and other things that I ran into, mainly it was the forms and doing the validation. I ended up using Formic and Yup to do the validation and to do all the forms, which really made everything a lot quicker. But when I was doing some of the other validation, like especially these disabled buttons, I had to dig a little deeper into the documentation around Formic's library and figure out how to pass props to Formic components. So I would create the Formic component, and then I would create I would do some curly braces and then pass in a props object to a fat arrow function, and then within that fat arrow function I would return the Formic form component, which would be able to access props, all the values and things like that in the Formic component. So I was able to do things like say if so let's go to the create account. So like if name, email, or password are all empty, then disable the button. Otherwise, enable it. So that was the major issue that I had, and the one that took me the longest to figure out. Other than that, things went pretty smooth. Refactoring this from a standalone application to a Create React app was not that difficult. The other major, I guess the other thing was deploying it to AWS. Took me a little bit of time to figure out how to make it public and things like that. But it was exciting, and I'm looking forward to learning more about AWS because it seems like a really robust and powerful tool to use to get your web development products out into the public, out into the open, so people can start seeing them and using them. Well, I hope you found this video informative, and I'll look forward to more applications in the future.